and today we're going to make a courgette cake. Okay, so what we need is 200 grams of butter or margarine at room temperature, 200 grams of self-raising flour, 200 grams of caster sugar, 2 eggs at room temperature, 150 grams of grated courgette, and you need to squeeze the liquid out of that after you've grated it. If you don't want to use courgette, you could always use carrot, and that would be just as nice. A small apple, which has also been grated. I don't bother peeling the apple or the courgette, though I do obviously take the core out of the apple. A handful of sultanas, some mixed spice. I prefer mixed spice, or you could use cinnamon if you want to. It'd be more traditional to use cinnamon probably. And a little bit of demerara sugar just to sprinkle on the top of the cake when it's finished. What we're going to do first is cream together the butter and sugar. The butter and the sugar together, and that looks really good now. And so what I'm going to do is add the egg a little bit at a time. To make this easier, I've beaten the egg and popped it into a bowl. So just a little bit at a time, and gradually incorporate it into the mixture. I've added the egg to the mixture. That looks really revolting, doesn't it? But I promise you, all will be well. Okay, because what I'm going to do now is fold in the flour. Now I'm going to use a metal spoon to do this because it's much easier to fold it in, I find, with a metal spoon. But you don't have to. This is a very forgiving cake. It's quite difficult to ruin it. Is now completely folded into the mixture, so we're going to add in the courgette, the apple and the sultanas, and just stir them through. Okay, so I have a £1 loaf tin here, which you can see I've lined very, roughly, just with a big piece of greaseproof paper. So now I've put the mixture into my loaf tin. What I forgot to say was that I added a shake of mixed spice into that mixture. Obviously you could add cinnamon, as I say before. So on the top of it, to give it a nice crust, I'm going to put a shake of mixed spice and a tablespoon or so of demerara sugar. You don't have to do this at all, or you could just use a little bit of caster sugar if you wanted to. I just think that it gives it a lovely crunchy crust on the top. This is now going to go into the oven at 180 degrees for about an hour, but check it after 50 minutes. Stick a skewer or a knife into it, and if it comes out clean, it's cooked. If it comes out with cake mixture on it, it's not cooked and it needs a little bit longer. The oven now. I'm going to let this cool down before I turn it out. It actually took 55 minutes to cook, so it's well worth checking it after about 50 minutes. So this was Rachael Makes. Today I was making courgette cake. I hope you found it useful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. Please make any comments as well, nice ones. Okay, bye bye.